Well, Roberto, you had a couple of bad defeats last season, which I know hurt you and the players. Was it a similar feeling at half-time today?
Well, it was a terrible first-half performance. I think the way we started was really unexpected. I think we knew exactly what to expect from Blackpool, and we knew that just getting promoted, we will have to match their enthusiasm and their intensity. And unfortunately, we didn't do that. I just felt that we didn't do the things that you have to do in any football pitch to earn the right to compete. And when you don't do that, you really get punished. Everything went Blackpool's way, and in the second half, we reacted in the right manner. I just felt that a couple of players took huge responsibility, but it was one of them performances that nothing was going to go our way. The goal disallowed, that it was clear onside, it would have been probably the boost that we needed. And then the fourth goal that we conceded, I think it was the real, probably the example of our performance today.
Yeah, I mean, you said this week, today's the worst day to play Blackpool, first day of the season, a lot of fans here. And they sort of started so strongly, didn't they? Your players just didn't seem to react.
But we expected that, and we knew that. That's a disappointing thing. We knew that Blackpool would come up with great feeling, with a honeymoon period after promotion. And we would have had to match that enthusiasm and that desire. And we didn't do that. I think we allowed them too much time and space, and they took clearly advantage of it. The second half was completely different. I think we imposed ourselves a lot better, and we created a few chances. But even then, obviously, the scoreline plays in your mind and it affects things. But overall, we knew exactly what to expect with Blackpool, but we didn't put our mind into it.
Yeah, how much credit do you give Blackpool for their performance today?
No, they deserve huge credit. You're coming into the first game in the Premier League. Obviously, it's a great role to play. It's nothing to lose. You go and enjoy your football, and they did that really well. Obviously, we helped them a lot, and it's something that we need to look at ourselves first. And the first 45 minutes is something that is unacceptable if you want to win football games. But overall, the reaction from certain players was what you expect in the second half, and we need to make sure that we correct that approach very, very quickly.
And Chris Kirkland, your captain, who had such a great season last year, I mean, he must be feeling pretty low this afternoon.
Well, those things happen in football. As I say, it's just a situation that you can't see how Blackpool are going to get close to the goal, and a mistake costs you a goal. But overall, is the overall feeling. You're 3-0 down and you feel defeated, and it's one of them days that everything that could have gone wrong, it went wrong. And we need to understand that sometimes, as a team, you need to get through certain moments that you don't allow that to happen, and you need to impose yourself as a team. The reaction in the second half was completely different. I think we were well in the game in that respect, but once you give that first half, it's impossible to win football games. And
obviously the fans are going to be nervous because champions Chelsea are next. A bit of work to do before next week.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's not about the opposition. If you perform the way that we did in the first half, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You're not going to get points. What's important is that we find the level of performance that we know we are capable of, and that desire and that hard work that you need to have to be competitive. And then it doesn't matter who you're playing against.
We saw some of your new signings today. Do you expect any more new signings before the end of the month, or is this your squad now?
Well, we'll work hard. Obviously, my focus now, and we are all extremely disappointed about the performance. I think that's something that we need to work on and improve. In terms of numbers in the squad, we're still really light for the season. I think we need to have more numbers. We need to strengthening in many areas, but that's completely different. I think I don't want to take any excuses, anything away from the bad start that we had in the first half, and we need to make sure we correct that.
Well, Ian, a 4-0 scoreline is going to surprise a lot of people. Has it surprised you?
Yeah, obviously. I don't think any of us in our wildest dreams believed that we could come here and do that. But, so proud of the lads, their work ethic shined through. And, obviously some things have gone our way. There was a little spell in the first half where if they'd have scored, I don't know what my lads' belief would have been like. But, the new boys have popped up and helped us, and I had to play 3 of them today because we lost a few people who I had last year, who I borrowed, and literally they've just met each other. So, but I'm really proud of my boys from last year who I want to give a chance to, and they just keep rising to every challenge. And we're going to certainly have one next week, aren't we, at Arsenal away?
You mean players like Gary Taylor-Fletcher, who popped up with the first goal, priceless?
Yeah, he's a fantastic footballer, you know, and he's a great person, and I believe they deserve a chance at this level. And the way they keep fighting for each other, you know, that however you cut it, it might give us half a chance to try and finish above 3 teams at the end of the season on the budget that we're going to have. But you know, as I say, it's just a wonderful opportunity in life. You start off as a footballer or a football manager to try and see how good you can be. You don't ever worry about how much you can earn, because if my lads worried about that, they would be trying to get to other clubs, wouldn't they? But hopefully we can all learn together and try and make a difference in everybody from Blackpool's life. That's all we're trying to do.
At 1-0, were you a bit worried because your players were creating chances, perhaps not taking them? You had a goal chalked off. Are you thinking this is a bit of a problem?
Gary, I'm not worried. I can't use that word today. I was more nervous. I was hoping that the lads had a good start so it won't dent their confidence. And I know the journey that you've only got to look at stats, what people go on in this division, and you know, you can never see where the next point's coming from. And if you listen to other people and their verdict on us is seems to be that we're not going to do very well. But you know, I don't. You can't really put anything on that. The great group of lads, we're going to work hard for each other, and we've had a fantastic day today. But you know, next week Arsenal away, it could be completely the opposite, and you know, you'll be asking me what on earth went wrong.
Well, this was supposed to be a home game, of course, but did it feel at times like a home game with the 4,200 Blackpool fans? I mean, they didn't stop singing for the whole 90 minutes.
No, our ground don't look like this, and I'd love to be part of making it look like this, and that's what I want to do. So we're trying to bang up a temporary one. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that in time, and we've had to play away from home, which everybody thought would be a hamstring, but maybe it was. Maybe their crowd got on them a little bit. Maybe we can do that a couple of times, you know. But it's, you know, no one should really worry about us, should they? But maybe the fans, the home fans, expect everyone else to beat us, so that might work in our favour. But you know, my boys will keep trying and working, and you know, home or away, we're going to enjoy every single game. That's all I can do.
You brought in some Premier League experience with Marlon Harewood, and he stepped up today with 2 goals. And
yeah, it's, you know, it was touch and go whether we managed to get him in the end. You know, it's all very different from me, the chairman, and Matt Williams, the secretary. And you know, I think we found a bit of a formula where I'm going to completely stay out of it. I'm going to give him a target and let him deal with it, because you know, he has got quite a ruthless streak in him, and he does good deals. And you know, maybe other chairmen should look at how he does it. But you know, hopefully he's going to make a few splashes for the right reasons by bringing some good players here, and that's all we can do. And Marlon's one of them. You know, he's, what can I say?
There's still more signings to come?
Yeah, I got nowhere near enough squad. So
maybe another 4 or even more?
I might need more than that. I might have to borrow some foreign lads with these rules that I think are pretty crazy. I can borrow as many under 21s from abroad as I like, but I can only borrow 2 from the Premiership, 1 from certain clubs at any one time. So we're trying to be very clever with that, but I might have to fly off to see some of these wonderful players from abroad and see how they pass the ball and try and get some relationships with some of these wonderful top clubs. So I should enjoy my life at the moment, I have to say.